I found this bike last week on my morning walk. It's a Mongoose standoff, 26-inch wheels. It's not a very big frame. It's a little bit small for me. I'm 6'2", 258 pounds. But I brought it home. It had leaves in it. It was all dirty. It obviously been sitting for a while. Some rusty stuff. And so I decided I didn't have anything to do that day, so I decided I'd just make a project out of it. Well, I got it cleaned up. The chain was really rusty. I got it kind of working, but I went ahead and decided the next day to get a new chain and get some new cables for the derailleurs. The brakes were working fine and everything was good. So I got the derailleurs working fairly good. I still need to dial it in a little bit more. But this is pretty much how I found it, except for derailleur cables and the chain. And then yesterday I got a new seat for it because the seat that was on it felt like I was sitting on hardly anything, sitting on a small rock. So I got this padded seat for an old man. I'm 57 years old, and I did grow up riding bikes, BMX specifically. I did race some. I had freestyle frames, racing frames, GTs and Haros. And the last time I really had a bike was probably 20 years ago. And one of my last major rides is I rode from this town to another town 15 miles away. It took me like 4 hours to get back, and I walked like the last quarter mile, and then I couldn't hardly walk for at least 30 or 40 minutes. My legs were so pumped up, and then I laid down and took a 4-hour nap. I was so tired. And that was when I was about 30, 32. So I guess what I'm saying is it's been a long time since I rode a bike. But anyway, I've been walking a little bit in the mornings, and now that I have this bike, I can kind of just take rides in the morning, and that's what I'm going to do this morning. And I'm going to take you along with me. On the derailleur a little bit. Kind of not too good. I'm gonna go three blocks down this road, downhill. I hate to go too far downhill because I have to come back up, but that's what I'm gonna do. Feels like I could check the air and the tires a little bit. wasn't too successful. Derailleurs need more work. I think. So I moved this yesterday. I don't think, maybe I shouldn't have moved it. And then needs to be adjustment here, and the rear brakes don't work too good. Now, admittedly, this isn't the best bike in the world, but it's the one I have, and it was free till I started fixing it. It's I'm $75 in on parts. The chain, the derailleur cables, and then the seat was like 40 bucks yesterday. The seat was definitely worth it, because here's the old seat. I'll put it up next to this seat. Look at that. Yeah, that's what they call pain. I don't even think I had seats that skinny when I was a kid. It's almost like a suppository. Alright, so anyway, real quick, what I want to talk to you about is the fact that at this age, starting out riding a bike, you've got to take it easy. You've got to start small. I just went 3 blocks. Yeah, I coasted down the hill a little bit. What else are you gonna do? And then I pedaled on the way back. Now it's not very far, and it's definitely not 15 miles, but it's farther than I've done in a long time. And my blood is pumping. My legs are kind of feeling it. And so there's a baseline right there. I know I can go 3 blocks, and then the next week I can go 4 blocks. And then if I do this every day, I'll probably go a couple miles after a month. Maybe sooner, who knows. But that's what this channel is going to be about. Some of it. It's going to be a hodgepodge. Just Brad is just Brad. Talking about what I've got going on here. I do have another channel called Stolen Bones. It's a channel. It's a handyman channel. It started out as a DIY woodworking type thing. And anybody who's thinking about doing a YouTube channel, don't pick something to where you have to build something, or don't pick something where you have to buy materials to build something, because you'll find out really quick that it takes a lot of time to make a video, unless you just happen to be building something already, which I was at a lot of times. But you also have to deal with the heat. My shop is not heated, it's not cooled, so there's only specific times of the year I can really spend very much time out there and get any good results. Plus I'm a handyman, so my shop is also like a place to throw my tools when I'm not using them. It's not really a shop, it's more like a shed. And then so I recently switched over to more, I don't know, I want to call it vlogging. I think it's just trying to make videos in a different way. So it's almost like starting over. And with YouTube's new rules that they set out yesterday, I don't think I'll ever see monetization, because now it's doubled the amount of watch hours you have to have in a year. And I'm not even 1/4 of the way to that many watch hours in 2.5 years. But we'll see. And on this channel, I just started it. The channel's a couple years old, but it was laid dormant there for a while. I didn't do anything with it. So I'm going to be doing 2 different channels. Just one, because one is kind of more focused on things, and then the other one is just me doing whatever, and I'm not going to be following any guru rules or anything. I'm just going to do what I think is best for that channel. And my goal is that with more time I spend putting myself in front of the camera, the more comfortable I will be and the more relatable I will be, and then maybe some of that will cross over into the other channel, and maybe by the time I'm 60 years old, get monetization and at least get my YouTube premium account paid for, and maybe pay for some of the apps and programs that I've downloaded to my computer in order to make these videos. So starting out, I'm in the hole, a couple $100 a month, a couple $100 a year, and I had to upgrade my hard drive on the laptop with some new memory. So there's also that, where I've probably spent $200 upgrading the laptop that I bought a few years ago. I didn't realize how old it was. I just needed a laptop to just kind of get on the internet a little bit. I also have a tablet, but tablet's no good for hardly anything except for just being in the kitchen, breakfast nook area. And then of course my phone is what I started making videos on, and that's really the best way to do it. Right now I'm using this action camera that I bought. It's like $100. It fits on a necklace. You can put it in a holder, and I actually like it quite a lot. It's also got a magnet on the back of it. I also do sound for a local cover band, and I can take this camera and set it and stick it to a microphone stand or a speaker stand or something in the building at the venue that is metal, and aim the camera at the band or the audience or the general area and get footage that way. So it's really nice like that. The problem is the microphone is so hot that anything the band does, the audio is always overdriven. And a few years ago, I also bought a zoom camera, the QN2 zoom camera with the XY pattern for the microphone, and I've done some recording with that, and it does get good audio. I didn't use it for a year because the first few times I've tried to use it, it shut off after a few minutes, and about 6 weeks ago I realized that it was a factory setting to where it was automatically shut off after a minute or 3 minutes or 5 minutes or something like that, and I changed that setting and now it's useful. So I don't feel so bad about that. Glad I didn't sell it thinking it was messed up, or send it back, or just let it sit for a couple more years. So as I record this right now, it is the day before my 58th birthday. Later on this week, on Friday, I do 6 hours of training online to become a substitute teacher. I'm also going to still continue to do handyman work, but only the best handyman work jobs that I get calls on. Maybe a few emergency calls, but as far as my body is concerned, doing the jobs where I have to hang sheetrock over my head and tape in bed and things like that, I'm just going to dwindle down. I'm still in pretty good shape right now, but I need to preserve what I have, strengthen what I have, and try to get the most out of my body out of the time I have left. So that's where I'm at. This is my journey. My name is Brad. You're watching Just Brad, and I'd appreciate it if you went ahead and subscribed, and go over to Stolen Bones and subscribe also. And then you can go over to another channel for the band. It's called Jokers to the Right on YouTube, and you can subscribe there as well. And when we get 50 subscribers, I'll be able to live stream music. If you want to listen to classic rock and roll, I'll live stream it at the shows while I'm running sound. Anyway, I appreciate you. Have a good day. See you next video.